Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video of B2 Codes. Today I'm going to make a homepage of an online medicine delivering company. Like the name of the company will be made first. It's the name of the company and here is the logo, and we have got this username where we can type the username. Also we have got a placeholder for the password and we can log into that particular website. Now this will be my last project on front-end development. After this I'll be shifting to some different projects. So this will be my last project using HTML, CSS and a little bit of JavaScript. So here I have got this menu bar where it says home, services, gallery, contact us, and it has got some hover effect and all. So without wasting any time, let's create this homepage. So we have created a folder which is homepage, and we have got a logo in that particular folder. This is the particular logo we have in that folder. And now here in this folder we are going to create a index.html file for our HTML. Index.html. And here we are going to write the required program for that particular homepage. So at first let me change the title to homepage. And now from the body we are going to start the particular program. So at first we'll create a div, and the name of the div will give it a class name which will be left. Now let me first create a style sheet for our HTML document. For that I'll name the file as style.css, and I'll link the style.css file with our HTML. Now in the style.css we are going to do the required styling. So for that, at first I'm going to give an asterisk which will style everything that's there in our HTML page. So here I'm going to write margin 0 and padding 0. Next we are going to the class which is left. So for that I'm going to write dot left. Just a second. Yeah, this is visible now. Left, and here I'm going to write background color white, then height will be 100 VH, which will cover the entire height of the screen. The next is width, which will be 30% of the screen, and then we'll make it float to the side left. Alright, the next we are going to HTML again, and after this div we are going to create another div and give this div a class which will be right. And for this right we are going to the style sheet again, okay, we are going to style this right class now. So for that I'm going to use background color which will be blue, then height will be 100 VH which will cover the entire screen, and the width will be 100 minus 30 which will be 70%. Then float will be right. Now let's run this with our live server and watch it how it looks like till now. Alright, we have got a area which is white in color, which is covered 30% of the screen, and we have got another area which is blue in color and it has covered 70% of the screen. Now moving to our next programs. So in the left div we are going to give another div and give this div a class which will be box. And here in this box I'm going to give a header, and we'll name this header welcome. Now here I'm going to create a form, the login form which was in the left side of the homepage. We are going to create that. So for that I'm going to create a form attribute, and here in this form I'm going to use a paragraph and give this paragraph a username, and then I'm going to write input type text and use a placeholder here and give this placeholder a name, enter username. Alright, then here I'm going to use two break tags just to add some space in between. And after this, I'm going to use another paragraph which will have the name password. And here I'm going to do the same thing of giving it an input, and the type of the input will be password, and then give this a placeholder where we will write enter password. And here I'm going to give 2 break tags just to add some space in between. Alright, now let's save this and watch it how it looks like till now. So I've got this header which says welcome. I've got a username with a placeholder where I can type the username, and a text called password, and a placeholder where we can actually enter the password. Now let's move on to styling these particular things. So to style these things, the first class that we have is box. So I'm going to style that box first, and here I'm going to write dot box, and in this dot box I'm going to write position absolute, then background white, then width of 300 pixel, then height of 350 pixel, then float to the side left, then border radius 10%, then padding left will be 50 pixel, then padding top will be 120 pixel. Let's see if there is any change or not. Okay, just come in between this, that div which is in the left side of our screen. Now moving on to the different styling. At first I'm going to style, we'll style the things later, and now we are going to do the rest of the things that are in the HTML page. Now in the HTML page we are going to create another div and give this div a class name which will be which stands for button actually. So what we are going to do in this button class is that we are going to create a login button in the login form that we are going to have in our in the home page. So for that I'm going to write button, and here I'm going to write login, and after this button tag I'm going to use a href just to use some links in case we forgot the password. Like this, there will be a link which says forget password. If we forget the password, we can click on that link and we can reset the password and do other kind of stuff that are available up there. So if I don't have an account, I can click on this link and this will let us create a new account for us. So here I will write don't have an account. All right, next I'm going to add a logo which is in the left side of our home page. So to create that logo, I'll use an img tag for our logo. So for that I'm going to write img src, and the logo that we had in our folder was madefirst.jpg. So here in the src I'm going to write madefirst.jpg. all right, now let's save this and see if there is any change in the homepage or not. Okay, now here we can see we have got the logo just behind this login form, and you can see in this login form we've got a login button, we have got the link which is forget password, and I have a link which says don't have an account. So moving to the styling, we're going to style at css again, and here I'm going to style all those logos and all. So for that I'm going to write img here, and in the img I'm going to use position absolute, then it's EIZHT, height will be 150 pixel, then width will be 150 pixel, then padding top will be 20 pixel, and padding left will be 120 pixel. Alright, this seems fine. Now let's save this, and you can see we have got this logo which is smaller in size, and it has come into the position that where it must be. Now moving on to our next styling, we are going to style the header h3 which was welcome, this particular header. So for that I'm going to style at css again, and here I'm going to write h3 and use padding 50 pixel, 0, 0 and 80 pixel. Then we are going to use color, which will be blue. Next we are going to use font size, which will be 25 pixel. Alright, now let's save this, and here you can see we have got this welcome header, which is blue in color, and it has come into the particular position where it must be. Alright, moving on to our next styling, we'll style the form attribute, which was this. So let me copy this and paste it here, and here I'm going to use padding 30 pixel, 0, 0, then 20 pixel, which is top, right, bottom and left respectively. Then we're going to use a line height, which is 25 pixel. Alright, next we are going to style the paragraph of the form, all these paragraphs that we have used in our form attribute. So for that I'm going to write form p, and here I'll write font size 21 pixel. Then we are going to use the form input. We've got this input button here, not button, we have got this input attribute here, and we are going to style this attribute. So for that I'm going to use form input, and here I'm going to write border none, then font size will be 15 pixel. Then let's save this and watch it is there, if there is any change or not. Okay, we have got this beautiful username, and here in this placeholder we have got no border, but if we click here we have got a border, and here we can type the username that we want to. Alright, you can also enter the password here. This seems fine. Now our next styling that's remaining is to style this button and to style these links. So for that I'm going to write dot but, which was our class, and then I'm going to write button. So here I'm going to use HE height, which will be 40 pixel, then width will be 200 pixel, then background color will be blue, then we're going to use border radius, which is 20 pixel, then font size will be 20 pixel, margin margin left will be 50 pixel, margin bottom will be 10 pixel, then cursor, we'll use a cursor which is pointer. Let's save this, and here we can see we have got a login button which has got border radius in its side, and it has got a blue color. Now I can click this login button. Now moving on to different styling on this login button, what we can do is we can create a hover effect in this button. So for that I'm going to write dot button hover. So here I'm going to use background white, so whenever I move my mouse cursor over the login button it will turn to white, and we'll use a transition which will be 0.5 seconds. Now let's save this, and you can see if I move my mouse cursor over this login button it changes its color to blue. Alright, this seems fine. Now the next styling that we are going to do is this links, the forget password and don't have an account link. So for that I'm going to write dot but was the class which stands for button. So here I'm going to use font size 13 pixel, then text decoration will be none, and margin left will be 15 pixel. Let's save this, and here you can see we have got these two links which says forget password and don't have an account. I think these two they got very smaller than usual, so for that I'm going to increase this font size and make it to 20 pixel. Let's save this, and alright, this seems fine, but we're doing a mistake here is that we're not using any break text in between. So if we use a break tag, this will change the line. Alright, we have got two different lines which says forget password and don't have an account. Now we can change the font size. Let's say we make it 18 pixel. Alright, I have saved that and you can see it just got a bit smaller. Alright, that looks fine. Let me use a break tag here too, so that it gets some breathing space between them. Alright, this seems fine now. Okay, now leaving this left div aside, we are moving to the right div. And in this right div, we are going to create the menu for this homepage, and we are going to give the name of the company. So for that, I'll go to index.html, and here we have already created this div which says class, which has a class right. So here I'm going to create another div with a class Nav Links and a links Nav Links, and I'll give this div an ID which will be links Nav Links. Alright, here in this div which is class Nav Links, we are going to create UL for the list items that we are going to create here for our menu. So for that, I'm going to use li, and here I'm going to use ahref, and here I'm going to write home. So let me copy this and paste it 4 more times. Alright, here in the second one, I'm going to use services. In the third one, we're going to use gallery for the pictures, and in the fourth one, I'm going to use contact us. Okay, let's save this, and here we can see we have got this home, services, gallery, and contact us. Now it's styling, we are remained with the styling. So to start here, after this div, we are going to give the name of the company. So for that, we are going to use h1, and here I'm going to write MEDFAST, which is the name of the particular company that we are creating this homepage for. And here we're going to use a paragraph, and in the paragraph we're going to write LIVRINs delivering medicines online. Okay, let's save this, and here we can see it has got made first delivering medicines online. Okay, we've got the menu and the header of the company, the header with the name of the company, and the paragraph. Now we remain with the styling of all these particular things. So to style this, we will go to style.css, and here after button.a, we are going to write dot right h1, which will style the header, which is the name of the company. So for that, I'm going to write say TION position absolute, then color will be white, text align center, text align center, padding top will be 150 pixel, then font size will be 50 pixel. Alright, let's save this, and here we can see it is coming to the center, and it has got a white color, and when we have changed the font size of this particular header. Now let's style the paragraph for this. So to style the paragraph, we're going to write dot right p, and we'll use color white, then color white, padding left 500 pixel, then font size will be 19 pixel. Okay, let's save this, and you can see it has got here delivering medicines online, and it's written made first here. Okay, we did a mistake here in this dot right h1 we wrote position relative. It's not, sorry, position absolute. It should be position relative. Now if we save this, and we can see it has come to the center where it says made first, and here in the paragraph it's written delivering medicines online. Alright, this is done. Our next target is to style these menu buttons, which is home, services, gallery, and contact us. So for that, we are going to use dot nav links, which was the class for that particular div. So here in this nav links we'll write height 100 pixel, then text align center. The next we are going to write .nav links ul li for our particular menu buttons. So here I'm going to use list style none, then display inline block, padding will be 8 pixel and 50 pixel respectively, then position will be relative and padding top will be 30 pixel. Alright, let's save this for now and watch it how it looks like. Okay, you can see this home, services, gallery and contact us has moved to different positions and it has come to the almost to the center of our home page, but we are remained with a lot more styling to do. So for that we are going to write .nvlinks, which was the class name, then write ul li a was the particular, this was the a attribute that we have used, its ref. So we are going to style that. Here we are going to write color white, then text decoration none, font size 16 pixel, then border, we'll use the border here which will be 1 pixel, solid, and of color white. You can use different colors if you're interested in. And here we're going to use opacity which will be 0.5. Alright, on 0.5 let's say 0.7 so that it gets more visible. Let's save this, and yeah, you can see we have got this menu buttons which says home, services, gallery and contact us. I think we shouldn't use the opacity because it's not visible clearly. Okay, we have removed the opacity and saved it, and you can see it is visible much more better. We've got this home, services, gallery and contact us. Now let's use some hover effect to make it much more better than before. So for that I'll write nav links ul li hover, and we'll use background color. Let's use dark blue instead, dark blue. Okay, let's save this now. We can see we have got, okay, this is not working, we did some mistake here. Let's use A and now save this, and here you can see we have got this beautiful hover effect which is dark blue in color. And here also we're going to use transition to make it smooth, which will be 0.5 seconds so that it gets smooth. Alright, this seems fine. We are done with this desktop view of our, the online medicine delivering company. Now we can do a lot more styling here. We can use background image here, we can decrease the opacity, also we can use animations, also we can use different types of hover effect that I've already made videos on my channel. We can use all those hover effects here to make it much more beautiful, but I'm not going that deep. After this I'm going to make videos on different topics, but I'm not going to make these big projects using HTML and CSS again. Alright, this is all for today. I hope you guys got to know a lot of things while making this beautiful homepage for this online medicine delivering company. Also, if you have any constructive criticism or any questions or anything, put it down in the comments. And if you are new to this channel, subscribe to the channel for more such videos, and I'll see you again.